Well, welcome back. We're got a fair few pieces here. This looks like the double truck one that I did the other day, but this is all one set. I thought I'd give set 4645 a go, but I started off thinking it was just the boat. Well, little did I realise there's another 3 on the bottom there, which means 3 books. So not only is it a boat, it's a truck, and it's also a loading dock. So once we got it all back together again, going through all the pieces, we ended up with all of this. So we've got the actual main boat, and then all of these are going to make up all 3 sets. I've even managed to get all the minifigs and their right heads and all that, and the fish. So this is going to be quite an intensive little build, and most of the bits that we found have got the stickers still on them. So of course, yet again, had to go through and realise that bits like this one have got the actual sticker on there, which is on top of the truck, and then the ones on the side of the truck. So I had to go find the ones in the reds for all of that. So we've got them set out as I do in their colours, because that's what happens in the back of the books, as I've explained before. So this one I thought I'd grab the boat, and that's the one that had the parts list in it. So there's the parts list. It wasn't too bad. A few things that took us a while to find was things that are still joined together, like this one over here. Because most of these sets, unless if I show the box and the bags, most of these sets that I'm building here are ones that I've got out of the boxes. So spend a few hours digging up all the bits and all that for the builds, setting them all out, and then going through the book, making sure they're all there, and hopefully I don't have any mishaps like I did with the last one, where having bits without the sticker on there, or bits that I thought looked like one thing are more like the other. So yeah, it's time to get into it, and another hyperlapse, do a nice fast one again, because this could take a little bit of time, all 3 sets. I'll probably stop and have a chat if I find something interesting. This set contains a rat and some fish. It's even got a fishing rod, walkie-talkie. Oh, and it's even got a little sack trolley over here. That should be interesting. Once we put it all together, it's going to be a pretty big set, and put it into the display area. Should fill up a whole big area in there. Alright, and I'll get into it. Alright. Oh, nearly tipped them all out. That's just to chuck a bunch of these in the back there as well. So that's the little truck. Very similar build to most of the other trucks that they do in this sort of series, in the city series. Around there they've got the fuel tank and a little grill. And on the other side they've got the exhaust and another fuel tank there. It's not too bad. We got to put the person inside there eventually, and does the old tip up and dumps everything out. Once we get the loader going, we should be able to get it out of the ship, put it onto the loader, and the loader should be able to dump it into this. So it's got the number plates on it, and to find those pieces, which we managed to find before doing the set, so it wasn't too bad. That's the little truck. So that's book 1 done. Now we go on to book 2, which will actually be the main building, the crane, and the guy doing the fishing and everything. So this is a quite substantial book. We'll get that one ready and put the truck off to one side. Yeah, put him somewhere. You can go down there for now. So we'll get on to book 2. So the big crane and loading dock. Okay, so that was pretty intense. Not so much for the build as such, but more having to readjust things to suit. As in, it's already been built and put together, and as I don't know if you saw in that being so fast, but I had to remove all of this and rebuild where the rope goes and all that, because it was not positioned in the correct positions. So it is now, and it all lines up. I can get behind there. Pulls up, carries out, and should, if we had something in there, should go over to here and go like that. Up together, back out, and then it should go across, hopefully, into the boat. Down into the hull of the boat. Grab some more. Bring them back up. Swing it over here. Dump it into there. Then once it's dumped into there, I thought these would have been better back here. I reckon they should be back here, winding. But it shows them at the front. So you get hold of that, and it comes out and dumps them in the back of the truck. And then the truck takes them away to wherever they've got to go. So we have a fisherman with his fish and his fish in the box. I am missing one of these boxes. There's another one meant to be over here, but for some reason I can't seem to find that one, so I'll have to have a good look around to see if I can find that. It does show on the box him fishing off the other side, because the boat will eventually pull into here and he'll get hit by the boat maybe. But that's the crane in all its, quite a good little crane. You can adjust this in and out to suit where you want it to be, so it can be a bit longer. If you wanted this a bit longer out, you give it a bit more of a reach. So it rips the roof up a little bit. So they've got it back to there, so it can reach right out. Quite a nifty little crane setup. It's not the stablest of setups, the whole thing, but it works for a city Lego. So all that's left now, apparently all of this will go together on the hull of the boat to make the boat. So I'll bring over. So that's the crane. I haven't got the controller in there yet, but it's pretty cool. You sort of lift that up. You can get the man in and out. Oops, alright, there you are. You can still lift all this up to get the man in and out. Operate the crane. I thought once you put all this on that it's going to sort of render the actual cabin a little bit useless. But we've got lights there, we've got some lights down here, a pier light over here so you can see what he's doing, a little light down here to light up for all the tooling, a little lighthouse. It's quite a big little set. Oh, big little set. It's quite a big set, realistically. So now there's all to go is the boat. So book 3, we'll get that done, and that'll be this set 4645 complete, and we'll put it into the display area. All right. Let's get into it. Okay, well, that was an interesting build. I thought I had every single part out, but as per Lego's way of doing their books and stuff like that, although every single part is listed down there, trying to decipher what certain parts are can be a little tricky. Like this one. I mean, if we didn't have Google and you're trying to look that up, is that this part, which it looks like it, or is it this part in here which has little ratchets and that on it? Some of those could be a little bit better specified, like even if they had a little, they've got plenty of room in here to write next to it, you know, with grooves on the outside or something like this. I mean, if you get right in close, you can actually see they have drawn on there. I mean, there's the white version. See if the camera will pick that up. There's the white version. And when you really look at it, you can sort of see. But when you're trying to sort through and find everything at the same time. And the other one was that big one there. They should have next to it how high that is, because that could be that, which we thought it was. So grab one of them out, but no. Now that I know, this has got solid holes on the solid studs on the top, whereas that one down there has got hollow studs on the top, which you can just pick out. The camera picks that up a lot better. I should look through this with a camera rather than looking through it with my eyes, because the camera is making it so much bigger. These pictures are quite small in here, but on the whole, it's actually a pleasant build. I mean, if you had everything perfectly set out and all that sort of stuff, it'd actually be a very pleasant build. Now, the one thing I do not understand, not bagging them out or anything like this, but this is something I don't understand, is the wasted Lego. So if you take this panel here off, like that, why do you have these in here? What's their purpose? They're literally 2 pieces of these that you've put in here. Maybe they've put them in there as spares in case the kids knock these off and lose them or something like that. I don't know. But having those 2, I don't know. You literally put them in and then put this piece over the top and never ever see them again. That's it, they've gone. So I don't understand that. I do like how these just sit on there. They're not latched on or anything like that. They're held on by these little grooves in here. The groove on either side. So they lock in like that, so they don't really come off. The boat, it's a fully floating boat. So this one here can go in the bath or whatever you want and it'll float. And it's got these wider sides on it to stop it from waving around too much and losing all the cargo. The cockpit, or whatever they call it on a boat, it's quite good. I would have liked where these pins here are. They're good, but you've got 2 wasted ones in the middle here. So right down the middle there, they're not latched onto anything. Why wouldn't you put one of these latch pieces in underneath here through there. I know you use this big white one to lock it all together, but should have made it so that they could actually have 2 more of these grey pieces in here, and that would have given that centre part a bit of support as well. Wouldn't have put any more pressure on that, but a bit more support there for that. I thought about it to have the antenna all the way out the front here, the mast, so that when it comes back it misses the stack there, and you can get in and change the minifigure away, change which direction you want them to be in. You've got the sonar and everything in there, looking quite good, and they've got the windows going the right way around, and they've made it a quick release cabin so that if you want to put someone in the bottom in the bed, they can go down and have a lay down. The minifig can go and have a lay down in the bottom there. So that's a nice quick release cabin on that. So these are spare bits that I had left over because I grabbed the wrong pieces. But as you probably, I don't know if it will picked up in the actual hyperlapse. If I just, sorry, I'm watching through the camera at the same time as well. So if I just move Mr. Fisherman over here, he can go fishing off the side of the jetty on this side. Jetty's a bit flimsy. Would have liked to see some more pylons down underneath here. You've only got 2 on the outside, 1 in the middle. So that leaves the rest of this a bit flimsy sort of thing when the kids are playing with it. A pylon on either side would have been better halfway through instead of one just in the middle. It's a bit of a cop-out way. And that's one massive step for a minifigure to do. That's almost up to his waistline. So I would have liked to see some sort of step setup happening along here instead of having them having to get up that high. Now the actual boat pulls in alongside like that, which is quite good. If I set the camera down like that, get a bit of a view like this. There we are. So you take the cover off here. That's how to put it back there like that. Crane operator comes out, drops the crane down, then lowers the grab. Into the hold. And then you give that a quick grab to grab some of the cargo on board. Up it comes. And as I was saying before, this is all a little bit wonky. Could have been a little bit stronger. But then again, I suppose it starts adding on to the cost of the set, making a bit out of reach. That goes in there. Open up, boom. And then, yeah, I would have liked to have these running from down here. I might even change them over. So if you pull that out of there, this would have been a much better idea to have these well away from where everything's happening. Down the back here. These are just my opinions. Oh, the other thing I do have to do is go through and find some more of these with the symbols on. That's meant to have the hazard symbol on the back there. There's meant to be the kit number across here, the 4645 number in green across there. I think I did see it in there, didn't twig. Anyway, so yeah, once it's into here, see, this is so much nicer to operate from back here than having your hand in the middle of all of this in the way of things. And into the back of the truck. Now I'm not too sure why this does this, but it does. Not too sure. The truck fits underneath it quite easily, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. But that's the operation of it. To get them back in there, I'm assuming they've got to go from the back of the truck. Going down, down, down. Grabbing them from the back of the truck. Out to the boat. And jumping into the boat. And crane then pulls back out the way. I like that operation, I reckon that's pretty nifty. Cargo hold covered over, and then the boat sets sail. So yeah, that's the build and a bit of a review on set 4645. The truck tips up as well and dumps it all out wherever it goes. Got the guy down here, he's the truck driver with his coffee cup, sack trolley, something you should always have at a port, I guess. So yeah, a few things that could be done a little bit different, made a little bit stronger, but other than that, being an old set, I don't think anything's going to get reviewed on this one. So yeah, the building of 4645.